IMO, in my opinion, with J&M. Jonathan, where were you last week?
I was Woodhaven.
Woodhaven, you were out camping?
Had to get out of here for a couple days.
Camping sounds really fucking boring.
And look at what happens.
What happens? The air conditioner goes out.
Fucking Highland fucking Park.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And normally I'm like kind of numb to it already. But my kid's former preschool teacher got shot.
Oh, yeah. My sister told me something about that. Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
She okay? She okay? Or she's
I think
one
she
of the
got shot in the leg. So I think she survived.
Wow.
Still not sure, but I never really talked to the teachers, but she was like, it was like my firstborn, and she was like
close to home. It feels close to home. I get it.
So I used to talk to her a lot, actually. So
prayers to their family, man.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a crazy situation. This city's going well. It wasn't Highland, it's a different city, but still, like this whole area is kind of insane, man.
Yeah.
There's so much action going on around here.
But that's like a whole different It's a different type of situation too.
I mean, that was almost as bad as that other one that happened. I remember where like some guy was like running from the cops, and then he like drove his car through a parade. Yeah. Have you guys heard about that?
In
like
Wisconsin.
That was in Wisconsin, was it?
Yeah.
Last year or early this year or whatever it was. Like that's just insane. Like I don't know, people are crazy. Nonetheless, we have guests today.
Yes, we do.
Very very special guest. We have one that's returning for his second time around, and we have a new guest who is a very, very important figure. He is a director, writer, producer. I'll let them introduce themselves. Whoever wants to go first can go ahead.
Enrique Guzman. I'm a stunt actor. I'm an actor. I'm action actor, whatever, director, writer. It's my second time here, and I am excited to be here again with you guys in the new location. And thank you again. Thank you.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So I'm Raul Colon. I am a film director for Humboldt Park, HP, and we do what we do. That's what we are. But hey, for real, before we start the show, I wanted to give you guys something, because I see all your episodes. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
I watch every episode you guys do, and I'm very, very humble and proud of you guys to see guys that really take their craft seriously, and I appreciate you guys. So I wanted to bring you guys some cigars, and I don't know if you guys smoke cigars.
We will.
I
recently started.
There we go. And listen, I brought you guys some beers, from my favorite local brewery. But I just wanted to tell you guys that I appreciate you guys for doing all the stuff that you guys do for local talent and all the people from Chicago and all the stuff that you guys do. I don't know if this has been done before, that someone gave you guys some, but I wanted to give you guys some because you know what, man, like I watch you guys from Florida, and I'm a Chicago born native, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you guys. And with the little I got, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Sit back, relax, smoke a nice little stogie.
Absolutely.
And enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
He said, yes.
But the show is about you guys, man.
Right.
This is what we're gonna talk about. You guys, what you guys do. Enrique,
Yes, sir.
you've been on before. What's going on with you, man? How's it been since the last time you've been on?
It's been good. It's been good. I mean, I recently got on Power, and
Big move.
Real quick, hold on, time out. Real quick, quick question. Hold on.
I'm gonna try to say as much as I
From you?
can.
Did he take a job from you?
Hold on. We're gonna find out right now.
He took a job from you.
I could explain that to him right
It's
now.
not taking a job.
I will answer his question.
I
will answer his question.
When you auditioned for this, was this the dominoes and the?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I feel better now.
No.
About the second time somebody comes on and takes.
But I know at least six or seven actors from here from Chicago that auditioned for that. And I know you auditioned for that, and I did my take on it, and Raul helped me with it, and I worked with the guy that got it, and I could totally see why he got it.
See, and that's
it was a totally different view on what I don't know how you did it, but it's a totally different view. And
I've always looked at stuff like, I don't get upset at stuff like that.
I don't
ever because it's always like I think Enrique King's got a part that I auditioned for once before, and I don't get upset at it because of the fact that when I see who got it and I see what they do, I realized why they picked them.
Correct.
You know, like in the Domino one, for example, was, they're looking for a muscular guy. I'm like, well, then I'm going to have to wear 4 or 5 jackets so I could look like you, because I'm not muscular like that, at least not anymore. You know, so I don't get mad. I mean, I think it's awesome when someone gets something that I,
absolutely.
And then it's cool because I could always ask and be like, what'd you do? Just so I can process that. You know, because obviously you did something that somebody saw or whatever. It could be something I can add to my game.
You know what's crazy? Like working for a network, right? And when they send me to look at a cast, right, for a commercial that's going to be like nationally televised. They tell me, hey, we're looking for this and this and this, height this, you know, culture this. We're looking for this. And it's hard because as a director that I am, I was like, man, I want to put my people in there. You know what I mean? But they're looking for this and this and that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard to say, hey, well, I understand what you want, but how about this? And they're like, no, man, this is what it is. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? So
as actors, we don't get that information. We just get,
of course not.
Here. Yeah. We don't know what they want.
Do this.
But I can tell you this. I auditioned for 3 different parts for Power. I didn't get any of them. But out of all those 3, they actually wrote an extra part just for me out of all those auditions.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, and I did 3 different takes on 3 different characters, and they called me and said, you know, we're going to write this up. You don't have to audition. We're going to write it up, and we're going to let you know what it is once we finish writing.
That's awesome.
So that's
man, don't even got to audition.
See that?
I mean, I auditioned 3 times, and it's a headache because
man, I want to be like you when I grow
up. Man. I'm just trying to work, man. Just trying to work through the best that I can.
No, I'm the same. I'm in the same boat. Like, I mean, I kind of just take things and just
an audition is a win. An audition is a win. They see you. An audition is a win.
As long as they're calling you, I feel like that's a win.
That's it.
You know, because the same people, at least in the city, from what I've understood, you know, the same people are the ones that kind of look at you.
Yeah,
you know, Claire is usually one of the bigger one here in the
Correct.
city. Everything kind of goes through them. So I mean, if they see you and people keep requesting you, I mean, you gotta look at it as
you're doing something
plus,
good.
You know?
You just keep doing what you can. You know, what we're given.
Right. So are you done filming for that show?
I can't say that.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Anything else in the pipeline besides?
Yes. In about a month and a half, I'm gonna go to the island of Saint
Kitts,
because I had to Google that.
Nice.
To work.
Island?
It's an island next to Puerto Rico, actually.
It's like Puerto Rico, St. John's, St. Kitts, St. Antigua, Port St. Lucie, like Barbados. The reason why I know this is because I had my honeymoon in St. Antigua. So it's like all those little islands are down there in the Caribbean. Is beautiful, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a movie there. I didn't audition for this also, but it was, you know, I got it working on Power. Right and I'm
open the doors. Open the doors.
I'm going to be working with Michael J. White and Isais Morales.
Michael J. White's the
Spawn.
Yeah, the
fucking Spawn, man.
I was gonna say the Moreno, but I don't know if that's good enough to say. I guess you can say that. We can say that.
We can say Morenos.
We can say Morenos. Okay, cool. He's the one the Joker killed.
We Morenos.
He's the one the Joker killed, right? He killed it.
With the pencil. With the pencil. Was it with the pencil?
No. He's the one with the knife in the mouth.
Yeah.
Right on, brother. Right on. Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Just trying to stay busy. Just trying to stay busy as much as I can, you know.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, sir.
And Raul, what have you been up to, man?
Man,
you've been up to a lot though. You're doing big things over there.
Don't be modest.
No, man.
Don't be modest.
Hey, you know, just
By the way, real quick, if I get up, I'm just getting up to check up cameras.
So just keep going. No problem, man. I mean, just staying busy, man. You know, I try to tell filmmakers that are, you know, following me, that been following me for years, is to stay active. You know, a lot of people don't know that, man. A lot of these filmmakers don't know that you have to stay active in this industry that we're in. If you don't stay active, like, man, you're just gonna go under. You know, you got to stay active. You got to keep working. You got to keep punching. You got to keep fighting. And as a Latino, man, you know, it's hard for us. It really is. You know, and we got to keep fighting for us, man. We got to keep fighting for our culture. We got to keep fighting for who we are. And, you know, things been going great, man. You know, if you keep fighting, things will open up. And a lot of great things been happening, man. You know, man, through the years of, you know, having the big move from Chicago to Florida, you know, you leave to a city where not a lot of things are happening, you know, like out of Chicago, right? You know, you leave Chicago and you're like, you go to Florida, you know, it's like nothing happening. But when you make shit happen, you know, things happen. You have to keep knocking the doors down. So when I went down there, I just started knocking doors down and started working with people. Still have my connections with Chicago, LA, Atlanta, all the stuff that I've been doing. And that's why people keep looking and be like, wow, you stay active. Is because, man, I keep that communication going. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
A lot of things going on, man. A lot of short films. A lot of things that I work on the network. National commercials. Producing, directing, all that, man.
That's really, really cool. I did a lot of research on you. So my first gripe with you, and I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Give it to him.
How old are you?
Oh,
you don't mind me asking?
37.
Oh, we're about the same. Dude, we were rivals.
85, baby.
We were rivals in high school.
The Chicago Bears winning
Chicago
Bears winning the Super Bowl. I'm
so?
all good.
If they win. Listen, we were rivals in high school. So you went to Clemente, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Don't tell me you went to Lane Tech.
No, I went to Worth. I went to Calvert Park.
You guys, KP.
We hated you guys.
I went to Sheriff.
Oh, we hated you guys?
Calvin Park, man. You guys chased my cousin. You guys chased my cousin like 7 blocks.
It was him that 6'7".
It was him.
Dude, I remember we even got like from shirts. We even got some of the gym shirts that said shirts. We would write kill shirts on it.
You know what's funny? That hey, I'm gonna say it right now, like Clemente, we didn't have problems with like Calvin Park.
We just didn't like.
We hate it. When people see this, Lane Tech
was the biggest rival.
Garbage.
It was.
Really?
And I'm gonna say, I say it right now. Lane Tech, garbage. I'm a Clemente Wildcat. Garbage. I had a rumble on the Diamond with Lane Tech in Lane Tech Stadium.
Oh,
rumble with the coaches and the staff.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow,
yeah.
we got some schools here. Man. Yeah. Him went to Calvert Park.
Hey, I love Calvert Park, bro.
We got Clemente in the house.
Yeah, Clemente in the house, baby Wildcats.
I'm telling you, what pissed me off? What pissed me off about Clemente, and it still pisses me off now, because like obviously Calvert Park is kind of in the shitter right now. It's not even almost non-existent at this point. But like you go by Schurz has a nice little football field that they use for baseball and everything. Lane Tech gets everything. That's a no. They got a brand new stadium, even though they had a stadium even back then.
It's like a university campus.
Yeah, garbage. They give them every fucking thing.
I'm gonna say garbage all the time.
Okay, garbage. Clemente always had their baseball field, but I think they revamped recently.
Can I tell you something real quick? You know what they did to us?
What did they do?
We played football against them, right? I was an all-city tight end, right? I used to. I have all the listen. I have the news clips. I have the newspaper clips too.
Right up.
To confirm it. What I've done. Okay. Right. Lane Tech, when we played them one year, they started off with their C team, and then their B team, and then they just finished us, demolished us with their A team, and they came with their 3 buses. Out of their walk away from their high school. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing with your buses? And can I curse here? It's fine.
Yeah.
They came out of their buses, and I'm like, well, you can come out of your fucking locker room. They came out of their buses and they just ignited. I mean, they were really talented. I would never hate. But I was like, you guys are fucking lame. They
were too good for everybody.
Yeah, they were always too good.
You know what I'm saying?
Cheerleaders kicked their ass.
Plus, they got everything. That's what pissed me off. Like, you would go to Lane Tech. Like, we barely played Lane Tech because they were in the upper conference and we weren't. But, like, when we would, like, you go to their school and they got, like, 12 gyms or whatever. They got their own
college.
baseball. Yeah, it was insane. I'm like, this is a high school. And then poor Calvin Park got to play at the public park or whatever. We got to share Hanson Stadium with Prosser or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, why do some schools get everything and Calvin Park got nothing?
The basketball court was in the broom closet.
Dude, our basketball court was small.
Y'all chased my cousin, though. Y'all chased him down.
They're looking at him different, right? Like,
y'all chased him down.
Let me look at you.
Never mind. I hate your podcast.
You're going to walk out mid-show.
You're going to unsubscribe from my channel. No, man. I mean, that was years ago. I mean, that's years ago. It wasn't me. I mean, I didn't chase nobody.
What's the next question?
So okay, so you went to Clemente. Were you curious in filming even in high school?
Man, not really, man. You know, high school was very traumatic like experience for me, man. Like, you know, my mom was in a pretty bad situation that a lot of people don't know. You know, we grew up in public housing on Moser and Walton, Moser and Augusta, Moser, California. We grew up in public housing where people come every month to make sure that we're not breaking doors down and breaking windows down. There was people from the government coming in and looking at us. And it was a tough situation because my dad wasn't around. My mom was the only one taking care of 5 kids. And, you know, it was tough, bro. It was a lot of like hustling and like, bro, like growing up, just seeing all that, you know, it fucked me up, you know, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And growing up, like going to high school, you know, it was a challenge for me, you know what I'm saying? It was, you know, walking from Mozart and Augusta to Augusta and Western to get to school and all the gangs like fighting, you know what I'm saying? It was like constantly like worry, you know what I'm saying?
That was a bad neighborhood back then.
Yeah. And still is, you know what I'm saying? It was worse back then, but thank God that, you know, they knew who to pick with, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew who was gangs and not. And that's why one thing I want to say, you know, a lot of people don't know that I went through it. You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot. I went through a lot of like, you know, scary situations in my life. But we kept going, bro, you know?
And look where you're at now, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what matters. That's a great story right there. So you direct, you write, you produce, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the most challenging for you out of the 3?
Well, good question. That's a good question.
God damn, I
You got you.
You got a whole lot of credits. I mean, from what I found, you got 12 director credits, 12 writing credits.
Can you say that again? Which one they?
So, huh?
Which one were they again?
You went to Clementi, so you got to.
Oh, I got to say it slower.
Yeah.
So you got directing, writing, and producing.
I say, you know, producing. Producing is the hardest for me, man. You know, the money is the big situation for all of us that create film. You know, if you don't have the money, your time is ticking.
Yeah.
Your time is ticking. When I say that is, you better get this shit done as soon as possible. And a lot of people don't understand that shit. Like a lot of these film directors, people that in the city filming, like time is ticking and that sun's going down. And if you don't have that, hey, let's go, you ain't going nowhere. Because when you produce and you try to, you know, schedule your scenes and your shots and all that shit that goes into filming, people don't understand that, you know, you have a whole day, but shit takes time to, you know, relocation or travel to a different location or set up lights and set up mics and set up all that shit. You know, people don't understand that.
I'm losing my mind with that right now.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm losing my fucking mind.
Hey, man, listen, I learned that shit from the start with Enrique. Me and Enrique started from the bottom. Like, I started from the bottom with Enrique. My first film was with Enrique Guzman because his brother introduced us and we started from the beginning. And you know, my hardest thing for sure is producing because a lot of producers that get all of these scenes ready, get all of these locations and talent and all the shit that goes on. I think producing for sure is the hardest.
Okay. I would have said writing is probably hard for
me.
Writing
and directing is nothing to me.
Because I get burnt out quick as fuck. It's like I wrote one for a short film I did almost 2 years ago, and then I didn't write anything else until I wrote what we were doing now. Like I needed that break.
Yeah,
there's no fucking way.
You need that mental break. You
do. But you know what? Listen, man. I have writer block so much, and a lot of people, when I try to talk to like, you know, directors or writers that reach out to me, just take a break, but be consistent and and be man, what's that word I'm looking for, Enrique? It's being
I went to Shirts. I don't
it's being you know what? It's being more
between all three of us, we should be able to figure this out. Right?
We should have a lane guy right here.
Yeah, working in the back.
It's being more like I say
consistent, right?
Consistent and being more educated on what you have to do. And like for me, bro, like I have a couple films that are coming out for the next couple of months. I have a film next month. I have a film after that. And what I do is I always write every day when I wake up. I write what I have to do that week, what I have to do that month. And it's just being consistent. You know what I mean? It's being, you know, really taking care of what you have to take care of. And that's what I do. You know, every day I wake up, every Monday, what I got to do this week, what I got to do that week, what I got to do that week, and just taking care of what needs to get taken care of that week, you know?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So you Enrique, you worked on this first film, right?
Yes.
What was that experience like? Was it rough?
It was because I think I've done one short film before, and I knew right off from the get. I didn't go to school. We talked about that before. You know, I didn't know what to expect. I knew I had to do a bunch of short films just to get that experience. And we met, we talked about the film, and we learned a lot from that film because we shot it all in 16 hours. And, you know, from hour 1, we were all hyped and ready to go to hour 12, we're, you know, tired to, you know, martini shot, right?
Yeah.
So once we got done to that high, and then, you know, the headache of editing and then watching it back and seeing all the mistakes. And it was just it's just a constant learning process. So, and, you know, ever since then, you know, we become very close because he's really into the directing part. I'm into the acting part. So I'm constantly asking him, what does he see as a director? What is he looking for? Because I don't understand that much about it. Or the
You're going to be my friend, Raul.
Oh, he's great.
You're going to be my friend, man. Because I mean, I usually, that's one of the things that sucks about, you know, going for auditions. Like you said, we don't ever get feedback. We don't ever see what they're like, what they thought or whatever. For the most part, I always take it as a positive again.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
I'm always looking like I just don't fit the role.
Hey, listen, what I say is fuck them up. When I say that is when you send your audition to those directors, fuck them up. When they see that, they go, wow, this dude really fucking brought it.
Well, that's what we try to do.
But no, you guys do.
We can.
You guys do. I mean, look at what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro. Like, you guys do great job. And Miguel, Enrique, you guys do great jobs. And when I say bring it, is bring it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, really dig deep. Like Puff Daddy said, I don't know, Puffy, get naked, bro. You know, you heard Puffy say, get naked. Yeah. You have to get naked, bro. Like, you have to show these casting directors what you do. And a lot of these talents that I've seen coming through the city, they don't get naked, bro. They do their little Come on, bro. Bring that talent.
You gotta give it.
Bring that talent. Huh? Because that's gonna separate you from the people that are going, hey, how are you? It's me. Hi, this is the bro. When they see that person, and I'm gonna say someone like Enrique, Bart Fitzpatrick, that when they send their audition is a whole different level. That when you see something, you go, wow, that this dude is different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's where a lot of people, you know, you get audition, you're happy. That's fine, bro. That's, hey, all those emails and all those bro, close that off. Let's go. I'm gonna get this role. And that's where people that I've known need to focus on. And when Enrique called me and told me, hey, I have an audition for Power. And I told him, I said, you better go in there and you better kill that shit. Because if you don't go in there and really like hone in on what you want to do, you're not gonna. No one cares, bro. And that's a lot of things. Like this whole industry is all about politics. It's politics everywhere. But when you bring it and people see that emotion, that energy, dialogue, energy, absolutely. Bro, it's a whole different level.
No, that's true. I get what Enrique's saying. Like, you know, we try to give everything, you know, but a lot of times, again, and I'm not putting an excuse. I agree with you. We have to bring it, right? But a lot of times we don't have that. Like when you take a class or whatever, right? You go and you perform something in class, right? You get a feedback, right? Which is really helpful because you start to see what's wrong, you know. Now, it's helpful if you have someone who knows about the business, right? Like if Enrique is here doing an audition with me, then or vice versa, like we kind of know a little bit, you know, what to look for. You know, hey, dude, this is a little different. Look at this. Yeah. You know, it's a little different when, you know, it's just someone else, you know, and it's like those are hard. Like John's my best friend, but he's not an actor, and I don't expect him to. Like,
I don't use John as one of your readers.
He's always my reader.
Yeah. Oh, that's always my reader. Great.
Best I like reader that. That's
great.
Always my
It helps though.
Hey, listen. I
don't know about best reader ever.
Hey, listen. I watch our show, and John makes me die.
See, John,
I tell you that all the time. I keep telling him, dude, you got to witness the chemistry.
John, I love John because John is the one that go no. And I watch a lot of episodes, and I'm really I love it, man. You guys are awesome, man, for sure.
No, I've always loved to have, you know, a feedback. You know, even if it's something like, remember I sent you a clip,
absolutely,
you know, whatever of the short film that I'm doing, you know, just to have an idea, because I mean, I'm looking at it one way, right? Because I'm an actor or whatever. I have no idea how to really look at it as a director or a producer or whatever, you know. So it's like getting outside opinion is a lot of times really good, and it's hard for us to get it, especially from someone who actually knows about it. You know,
correct.
Yeah. Hey, and let me tell you guys something. Like, you know, when you direct something or you shoot something, you're like, this is how it has to be, and this is, dude. Sit back, relax, take opinions from different people.
Absolutely.
Listen, sit back, and watch, and just open your ears. I've worked with multiple executive producers at my network that I work at. And I was like, man, this shit's good, man. Let's go. They were like, hey, how about this and this and that? And I didn't see it. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I learned that. At first, I was like, man, fuck all that bullshit, man. Let's go. Man, this is done. And when I heard the feedback, I was like, damn. Like, I didn't see that. I didn't hear that. Right. So feedback is always great. No matter who it's from. It could be your mom. It could be your dad. It could be your brother. Just hear it out, sit back, relax. But if you feel good with the shot that you got, you go with that. You know what I'm saying?
I've always felt the problem is a lot of people don't want to listen.
Oh
yeah,
I think that's the challenge, right? Like people don't want to accept criticism or different opinions or whatever.
I am doing it right. This is the way I want to do it. I don't want to change it.
I mean, that's like okay, and that's okay. Yeah. I've always been of the mind of, you know, I'm always gonna give you a different idea.
Right.
You know, I kind of go against the grain. I'm kind of weird like that, but like, I just want you to look at it the other way and consider it. That's all. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
Just consider it, because you never know what it might, you know, what might come out of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just to bring in John into this conversation.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be like, let's just use lifting weights, for example, because he's really big on that. You know, everybody does a standard bench press, yes? But if you know a different way of doing a bench press.
Standard one?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So everybody knows of a regular bench press, yes? But there's
probably different ways. I don't lift.
But I'm pretty sure there's different variations.
I've been waiting to say that for like 4 months.
What's that?
I don't lift.
That's all right, man.
But there's different variations of it or whatever. But if you're just like, no, this is the way,
I'm stuck.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you're never going to experience anything different if you don't listen. Yeah, there's no growth. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to bring John into the conversation.
That's all right. I'm here. I'm listening.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to it, and it's crazy because like I got really curious about one of the reasons why I started all this, because I got really curious in like cinematography and filming and all this stuff. What got you into it? Like, what was it?
And you know,
lens sizes.
And when did you get the camera tattooed on your arm? I just noticed that right now.
Okay, let me bring it right. Let me bring it in. So you guys don't know, right? He started by singing. He used to be a reggaetonero.
Yeah.
So that's how he started. When I first, usually, I don't know how you do it, Miguel. When somebody says, "Hey, be in my short film," blah blah blah, I'm like, "Yeah, let me see something you've done. Let me see."
Of course.
So then the only thing he was able to show me was these music videos. And they were fucking dope.
Fire.
What are music videos? Fucking short films. And I was like, dude, you're already doing short films. Yeah. And they were great. So we just flipped it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So how I got into it, man, you know, a week before my mom passed away, she bought me a camera. And I told her, I said, listen, I have a credit card you know, and I want you to, you know, it's okay if I buy this camera. You know, I just finished, like, started working at a good gig, and she's like, yeah, man, go ahead. Yeah, I know you're all good for it. So I bought it. A week later, she passed away. And I told her that, you know, I'm going to make her proud. And after that, you know, I got with my good friend Costoso, Chris, and we started shooting like weddings and different stuff. And after that, you know, I was like, you know, I want to shoot some film. And no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. You know, I want to shoot some short films and, you know, focus on something different. And I did. So I started working on that, working on short films, got with Enrique, and I fell in love with film. But the first thing that first opened me up to film was a film called Nothing Like the Holidays. It was in Chicago. And I told my brother, hey, I'm going to be in this film. My mom was alive still. And I walked up to, and I saw like people working on film. I didn't know who they were. And I got there and I was like, I walked to Rob Title. And Bob was one of the producers on it. And I said, hey, man, I want to be in this film. And he looked at me. He started laughing. He's like, well, this film's cast. And he's like, well, you can be an extra. And I was like, hey, I want to do it. So I became an extra. And after I became an extra, I became a stunt. Like driving the Escalade. So all the Escalade, the Cadillac Escalade riding through the whole, like Nothing Like a Holidays was me. After that, I became a stand-in for Luis Guzman. And when I became a stand-in for Luis Guzman, I was watching the director direct. And I fell in love with directing. And when I fell in love with directing, right away after a couple of years, I told my mom, I said, man, I want to do this. I want to direct. And my mom, you know, front the money a week before she passed away. And after she passed away, that was something that in my heart, I said, I will never stop until I make her proud.
So they gave you motivation.
Yeah,
they gave you that motivation.
Yeah.
No,
so,
that's awesome. That's an awesome story, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm not stopping, bro. Like, that's who I am. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. I mean, I wish I had, my story is weird. Again, I fell ass backwards.
Everybody
kind of falls. You know, it depends. I mean, like mine, I got lucky enough, stupid lucky, and landed in a fucking Walmart commercial, and that kind of triggered my curiosity, right? Because I wasn't even an actor at the time. It was just like, oh, they're auditioning for this, and I worked at the store that they were doing auditions in, and they wanted some real employees. I was like, well, screw it. I got some time to kill.
There you go.
I'd rather go audition than freaking clean up. So I was like, screw it. And I landed that, and that kind of got me
the bug. It gave you the bug.
You know? But then like directing and cinematography and writing and all that's interesting too, man. Like that drives me nuts too. Cause like I started reading, I really got into like reading books and all this. And I'm just like, man, there's so much, you know, creative
me too,
stuff
man.
in there. You know
I got into reading books too, bro. Like my wife got me into reading books. Like we
went to Calvert Park. We didn't read books.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, for the people that are listening, like I went to like grammar school in Lafayette. I went to Chopin and I went to Clementi. All those schools are like right there, right next to each other. I was in a learning disability class. A lot of people don't know that. Like I was in a LD class. I was in a class where people looked at us like we were idiots. It was just 10 of us. And people looked at us like we were idiots. And it was hard. It was hard to learn anything because people were looking at us like, and these dudes are slow, right? And I had to like really like think down deep and like, man, I got to get out of here. You know, I got to do something. Like it was like constantly fighting every day, you know, and everything went well, man. You know what I'm saying?
Look where you ended up again. Look where you ended up, man. You're doing what you love to do.
Probably better but, off you know, than anybody else in those schools.
And you know what? Hey, John, like, and Miguel, like, I want to say, like, no matter if you're in a learning disability class, like, my heart goes out to those people because people don't understand that.
That's hard.
Like, I was in a room that didn't even had a window in their door. Like, my room was closed. It was like closed up, and it was hard to learn. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to like focus, but I tried to do the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? And I seen a lot of the dudes that I grew up with in those classes passed away throughout the years of gun violence in Chicago. And it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? It fucked me up because I was like, man, like, those are good dudes, man. You know, they just needed the help. And, you know, just being in that situation made me the man that I am today. And I want to say, like, to the people that are in those situations, those kids that are in those learning situations in their lives, that, you know, things are good, man. You just got to fight through it.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the things. I think one of the things I've learned, you know, really getting involved in stuff like this. Like, when I was a kid, you look at stuff like you look at actors, right? And you're like, oh wow, you know, these must be the most special people in the world. Yeah, right? And then you start to realize that they're normal people. You know, they're just like you and me.
Oh, absolutely.
Or whatever.
Absolutely.
You know, they just have a drive that's unique. You know what I'm saying? But it made it like, you know, you can get there. You know, like, I never thought I'd do this.
Yeah.
You know, I never thought I'd actually be on a TV show or whatever.
Or even my own this. Did you guys even think you were going to be doing something like this? Like,
we did this because we were bored.
Not 2.5 years later.
Are you serious?
We started doing this because of the pandemic, because me and him were fucking bored. And, you know, we talk shit to each other all the time. So I was like, oh, let's just put it on tape and see who watches it or
I'll
whatever.
be honest, I thought this was going to be like a 3-month thing. And
oh shit!
And then it's turned into
this is a great thing.
Well, man, you guys should be proud, man.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I you know what? It's one of the small things I can always say. I look back at my life and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's not the biggest channel in the world. It's not whatever, but I do this because I love doing this.
No, absolutely.
Same
and
thing
it
with
has to help with acting. I mean, this is.
Oh, that's why I did it.
Are you kidding me?
That was one of the reasons I did it.
I could totally see it.
Hold on, this one of the biggest reasons I did this was because I was a nerve wreck. Nerve wreck.
A nervous wreck.
A nervous wreck. He corrects me on my.
Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. This equipment is amazing.
It's intimidating. I wish people could see this, right?
This equipment is amazing.
Hey, a couple lights, a couple cameras.
Hey, John, let me get like these mics and like.
We're trying. We try.
This is amazing stuff, man.
Has John acted yet? Have you?
No.
He doesn't know how good he would be.
Hey, John, I want you to just beat the shit out of somebody.
I mean, I can do it, but I don't know.
That I can play.
No, man, this was really just just
impromptu
an idea.
type. No, it's great. It's great.
I really did it because I was a nervous wreck. Like my first couple auditions, and when the idea popped in my head that I wanted to do acting, right? No age and no nothing. I was just taking a few classes, and when I would take classes, I was like paper shaking in my hand, kind of shit, right? And I'm like, dude, I have to figure out something to help me get comfortable in front of people, or in front of a camera, because if that's where I want to get to, I have to be able to perform, right? So when I mentioned to him about the whole podcast thing, I'm like, you know what? Well, we started adding cameras. I'm like, well, what's the only way to get comfortable in front of a camera? Well, let's stick a fucking camera right in front of me all day, and then I'll get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you lose track of it, which is like me as an actor. It's one of my goals. I don't want to know where the camera is. I kind of forget where it is. You know, that's kind of the goal, right? Because really, in the scene, the only important person is the person I'm having a scene with. That's it. Everybody else doesn't exist.
Absolutely.
So that kind of helped, and then little by little, we got better and better equipment, and we moved here, and here we are.
Yeah, don't watch the first 10 episodes. Skip over.
I did though.
Film, right?
Don't watch my first. I mean, you know what? Hey, listen. Watch my first film.
I watched it. I went through all your
Enrique, like 10 or 12 pounds lighter.
Oh man,
me too though. Right?
Stress.
Hey, Enrique. I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. Like, I've never had one person that from the city of Chicago that like believed in me. Him and TJ Charles that believed in my craft and always say, "Hey, man, you know what? I'm gonna do this no matter what." You know what I'm saying? You don't have to pay me. I got you. So that's my brother. You know, that's my compadre. A lot of people know, like, you know, he's my daughter's godfather. You know. And it goes deeper than this bullshit film shit that we do.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's family, and That's what it is.
It brings people together. It brings people together.
Yeah, I mean, I could kind of understand.
You got to.
There you go. I
mean, you have your own.
He's kind of like
we were friends way before we started this.
I mean, that dude's been in my life, my entire life, basically. And,
great.
He's always
I'm not in your life.
Hey, can I tell you guys something?
What's up?
When I come to Chicago, you know what I miss the most? It's not the food.
Jimmy hot dogs.
Nah.
Oh, whoa! Did you really get out?
I lived a couple blocks from that shit. I ate it so much. No fucking. This fucking fries wrapped up in. I love Jimmy hot dogs. I eat it. I love it. I love Jimmy's. I miss the beer.
Really?
Hot, dude. The beer in the Midwest.
The local stuff here.
What? Half Acre.
I don't drink a lot of beer like that.
Revolution.
Revolution I've had.
I
remember the reason Revolution first started here in the city long time ago. Yeah. I was installing TVs and stuff. And then they opened up a brewery on Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, yeah.
When
and
they opened
Armitage,
up
is it?
No, Milwaukee in California.
Yeah.
So when they opened up that place, they contracted my company to actually like install all their stuff. So like I remember having their beer like every day for free. It was really, really good. But like I've never been a big beer drinker.
I'm a big beer fan. Like, I love beer. Yeah.
John, you like beer? John,
you like beer? What you like?
I drink hard liquor.
I'm the same way.
You a whiskey guy?
Whiskey, vodka, whatever.
What's your favorite whiskey?
You know, the dark one.
Anyone. I'm not picky.
Me neither.
Okay.
If it's free, it's for me.
Either. I mean, I just drink occasionally. That's not really my like. I can't sit at home. Like, here's the thing. So like, I can't even eat food and drink a beer. Is that weird?
I'm the same way.
Like I can drink. I need a soda and a beer. I mean, a soda and a hot dog, I'm good. But I can't drink a beer. And
I can't mix that up. I can't mix. I'm the same way.
That's weird.
Absolutely.
You can, John? You can eat with a beer? Like arroz con gandules and a beer?
I can.
No,
beer
it doesn't mix right. It doesn't mix right.
I'd rather drink like Maker's Mark and play video games.
No, but I'm talking about with food. Like with food. When you eat something, can you drink a beer? I can.
Like a good piece of steak with a good beer. Yeah, why not?
Puppy, you're weird.
Why not?
I don't know. So we got a showcase tomorrow that we're all gonna attend. Me and
John
are gonna attend.
Absolutely, yeah. We have to support. Yeah, absolutely. We have to support.
You are going, right? I mean, you're on the air now.
You bought the ticket, right? I guess I have to.
Where we have a short that you directed and produced as well, or just directed?
I wrote, produced,
and our friend David Bianco's in it.
That's it. Okay.
So that's exciting. Huh?
Yeah, man. So the babysitter. The babysitter was a film that was inspired by my wife. She sent me a podcast. I was filming in Sarasota, Florida. It's like 2 hours away from where we live. And she was like, "Hey, listen to this podcast. It's great, and it's called Why I Stopped Babysitting." And so I was listening to it, and it fucked me up. I was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking amazing! I gotta fucking make a short film about this." And it was about a girl that babysitted, and she did it. And at the end of the day, they were fucking ghosts. They weren't real. They were real. Nothing was real. So it was like. Completely fucked me up, and I was like, all right, cool, so let's get it, so I started like the whole way home I'm fucking, my mind is going fucking crazy. Like I don't even know where I'm at. I'm just driving and I'm like fucking David Lily, I'm just fucking casting my crew and casting my cast like in my mind, and I was like, I know what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna get. Babysitter came out, did really well. Las Vegas Film Festival. I was a finalist. Didn't win, but I was a finalist.
Got there, man.
Yeah,
still good.
It was Las Vegas.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a Las Vegas Film Festival. It was cool.
I mean, I've learned a lot of people lie about what film festivals they've been on.
They make up their own film festival.
They make up their. But we won't talk about that.
Yeah,
we're not talking about that.
Why not? We just started.
I've heard. Let me tell you something. I'm one of those weirdos. Again, most people aren't going to check you up.
Oh, I'm
going to check you up. I will fact check you like a motherfucker.
Dude, hey man, listen. If you want some bullshit, check them up.
I mean, I'm just one of those because I like to. I'm a realist. Mm-hmm. Like I like to be very grounded. Mm-hmm. Like you will never catch me ever say this is the hottest podcast ever. Never. You'll never.
Never. Yeah.
Even if the day that it might be, and we mount a little play button from YouTube and everything. No, I'll never say it. Never say it. Never say my short film's the greatest thing in the world.
You guys are humble from the beginning, man.
You won't say it. I'll say it's hot. Man.
That's different.
It's hot, man.
I'm cool with that. But for me, you're not gonna hear it because I'm one of those like. I like to keep myself and realistic.
And you're doing it. You're just doing it.
You know?
Well, hey, let me tell you guys something too. Like the Music Box Theater holds a special place in my heart because they were the first theater in Chicago that opened up their doors to us when we did the Cartel Story.
Oh, that's right.
And we sold out 2 nights at the Music Box Theater.
That was dope, by the way. I ran through all your stuff this morning when I woke up. I ran through a lot of your stuff. That was actually a pretty cool show.
Yeah, man, it was great.
You should do another part.
Man,
let me and John be in it.
Hey, so I want John to fucking beat the shit out of somebody.
He could beat me up.
John, you want to beat him up?
He doesn't know Puerto Rican. We could use him.
Hey, John, this is your time to beat him up.
That's the role of a lifetime for me.
You're gonna have to swing up though.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, and Music Box Theater, you know, with the pandemic that happened, a lot of people don't understand that they went through a lot. A lot of theaters across the country.
They closed down.
Took a hit. I'm a director that loves theater, and I love theaters that are open like Logan, you know, the Logan Theater, the Music Box Theater, all the, you know, theaters that were around my house that I can go watch a film when I was young. I owed them money, you know, and when I say money is I owned them that, you know, childhood of growing up and going watching a film.
Sure.
So they are hosting a showcase of 4 filmmakers across the city, and they picked me to be one of the first ones to be a part of it. And I told them absolutely yes, no matter if I have to buy my own ticket, no matter if I have to buy people ticket. I want to show love to the Music Box Theater. Yeah.
Round of applause for that. Round of applause. You know what's interesting about that? Because I kind of feel the same way. It's like, again, being, you know, kind of humble and all that, you know. And again, this is maybe foreshadowing, maybe a little too far, but if I ever make it big in my life, ever, like my first initial start for me was Walmart. And I've always told myself, no matter how big I got or whatever, if Walmart asked me to do something, I would do it.
Absolutely.
Only because, not because I worked for them, right? So they paid me, but only because they were the ones that gave me that spark for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. It's interesting because I wish a lot of, like, I look at actors, professional actors don't do that. And I'm like, that's so weird. I'll give you an example. So like when they did the Fuller House special, the new show for the Full House, or the old show, the Olsen twins refused to be on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Like, man. Why? Why? Like, you don't realize that show made your career. Like, literally made your career.
Major family.
Made who you are. Like
literally, think about it. If they weren't in that show, right? Let's just say, first of all, then they wouldn't be famous. Their family would have had a different path. They'll be working at
Walmart.
Yeah, they'd be working at Walmart. Yeah. I mean, their family would have took a different path. Look at the difference. So Ashley and Mary Kate, they're famous designers, whatever. Absolutely. All of that opened up because of the fact that they were on Full House.
Their names.
Their sister is famous in Marvel. Right, not so because she has talent. Obviously,
absolutely.
She has absolute talent,
and I'm sure it helped.
But obviously, it helped when your 2 sisters are pretty famous and have a lot of money to send you to good schools.
It's all politics.
I mean, I've always been one of those where, like, look, if you help me out, if I'm anywhere to help you out, I'm there.
Yeah,
you know, that's how I am. You know, I don't know. I mean, I wish everybody was like that.
Hey, I don't think Sam Walton needs your help.
Sam Walton,
he's pretty rich.
I mean, he's also dead.
It's wild.
But man, it's crazy. It's crazy. This whole journey is crazy.
Right? And wonderful at the same time. Heartbreaking. It's awesome. It's
don't you get mad sometimes, like when you can't book a gig, and then you're like, man, I really felt that one.
No, I love it. I love it. I really.
He does. He calls me. He tells me.
You know what?
I love it.
I learned to send and forget. He was calling me. Hey, did you get a call back? I was like, what? The power. Oh, I already forgot about that. What? And then I called.
Be on the phone.
I got another audition for Power
every day.
Yes. I was like, dude, forget about it. It's the game. Forget about it. Forget about it. It was driving him nuts. I was like, that's what it is. It's the game. It's all these no's. It's no's and no's and no's.
Well, we are gonna get more no's than yes.
You need some of that though.
What?
Send it and forget it.
I do forget though.
No, you don't.
I don't remember the last one I did.
I believe John.
What was the last one? What do you mean?
You don't forget about them.
Why?
Because then you watch the same episode that you tried out for, and you say, "What
That's
is
his homework. That's his homework."
Hey, you know, on John's defense, honestly, that's what you said. Like, is homework. That's cool, but it's funny because he said he's watching the role that he did.
I watch.
You know what, Mega? Do that shit.
I do it because I want to see.
That's your process.
I want to see if
what he
I did something wrong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't.
And a lot,
didn't.
Sure. Or what I didn't do wrong. I mean, a lot of times, like whenever it's a role that I didn't get, and if it's like, my thing is, you know how we don't get a lot of information, right? We get a lot. We get our lines. We get maybe a line before and a line after.
Paper.
Hey, I'm gonna say something, and this is something that I wanted to say on this. You know how fucking hard it is as a director to get a gig?
Oh, I
probably 5 times harder than us.
And sometimes I hear like actors, and I'm like, that's fine. I get you ain't gonna get your fucking role, but you know how hard it is to get a fucking director's role. Absolutely. And I say that because I had my first audition for to
you have
direct.
to audition?
Well,
is that how that works?
Interview. It's an interview, right? It's an interview. I'm sorry. Okay. Interview for a director's for a Netflix show. And I was like, man, you know, I don't know if I'm ready for it. You know, I contacted multiple people like, man, what can I do to get this ready? How can I get ready? You know,
the same process we do. The same process.
Yeah, no, fuck that. It's not the same process. It's not the same process what actors go through. It's a panel of the showrunner, the producer, the executive producer, and the big wigs that are fucking putting the money down and go, what are you going to do different on this show? What are you going to do different that this director's going to do? What are you going to do? It's fucking like boom, 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 right? As a director, you have to go in there and, you know, tell them straight up like, hey, look, I saw the script. This is what I see it. I'm going to shoot it like this. These are my ideas. And thank God, man, like this year, I had the first opportunity to interview for a director's position. Never ever in my life I thought I would ever even go there. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And I got to interview, and that interview process was fucking horrible because it's like they're not drilling you, but they're like, what are you gonna do different? What are you gonna do this? What are you gonna? And it was cool because it's like I learned from it, and I did really well. I went to my second interview. I didn't get it, but it was cool because I was like, you know what? It's a win.
That is a fucking win.
Yeah. You know the process now.
That is a fucking win.
It's a process, man, for sure. You know,
again,
and
I felt the same way you did. I'm assuming you did at some point too when you got to your first bigger. Well, not I want to say. Well, let's just call the TV shows professional gigs as compared to indies. Your first professional gig, like you're like, holy shit. Like, when did it sink in for you?
It solidifies that I made it. Okay, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, no matter how small the fucking. Right. I remember the first time I booked anything. So I booked Night Sky, right, when I did that. And I remember I got to holding or whatever. I got in my trailer. I'm nervous as fuck, right? And I call this dude because he's my first call, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know if I should be. I don't know what I'm doing here. Blah 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 blah. Because you walk around and you know I had been extras before and background and stand-in. It's a whole different game, right? They treat you differently, right? Like, you know, stand-in or an extra. Stay over there. You can. You're a cast. You go where the fuck you want. You know, it was such a thing. Like, what was it first time for you? Like that you remember? You're like, holy shit, I'm here.
Probably Chicago Fire. That's one that made me feel like, okay, I'm doing something right. I made it. But I for the most part, every audition that I do, every gig that I book, I treat it the same. You know, I don't change anything. You know, I go there prepared. I talk to the director. I'll talk to the writer if they're there. I do whatever I need to do, and I ask for any feedback if they need me to do it different. I don't change anything, whether it's a big budget movie or something I'm doing free for, you know, a college student just for help.
For me and my next film for free.
You know, you're doing good, man. You're doing good, man. You know, I try to keep my network really tight, you know, and I'm sure as you do, we're having John with you. I'm sure you have your circle of friends that you trust, and you know, they do the same thing with you. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. We gotta help each other as much as we can.
So who was the biggest for both you guys? The biggest actor or celebrity, let's just say, that you work with, where you were like, "Holy shit, I'm working with this person." Who would you say?
We talked about that last time with the Bruce Willis, right?
You had the fight scene.
It's somebody that I really love, but you know, the best experience yet. It has to be the whole power thing, you know, from the writers to the producers being there.
I'm telling you met 50 Cent. He's involved in that.
I'll talk to you after this.
Enrique beat his ass before he retired. That's
awesome. No. But it just the experience there, you know, Joseph Sikora was awesome. Just, you know, it was awesome. And it's just, you know, and just meeting people in different things. And it's just like you said, Miguel, just the journey of this is great. To even meeting John here, Miguel, it's an experience. It's an experience.
I'm nobody. I'm a celebrity in Turkey.
He's gonna blow up bigger than we did. He's gonna blow up bigger than us. Watch.
Hey, for me, like, what's funny is I got to direct these famous, really powerful athletes, right? With the network that I work with, LeBron, Steph, Tiger, Rory, McIlroy, like all these different kind of
So you met LeBron James?
LeBron, I met him. Yeah.
So is he as weak as he is in the court?
LeBron's amazing.
Okay.
LeBron is
we know him from afar.
LeBron is such a amazing soul.
He seems that way. I will give him that.
Listen,
I will give him that.
If I could say one athlete that I ever met, LeBron is one of my favorite athletes that I ever met.
Awesome. Yeah, he does give that off. I will give him that. Dude, He's very humble dude.
The first thing I told him was thank you for creating a elementary school. I mean, what athlete puts in millions of dollars into Akron or where he's from or where you're from, whatever, millions of dollars to educate your community and give them bikes and pay for their college. A lot of people don't do that. And when he did that, there's all this NBA record shit don't mean anything. But when he did that, meant the most to me. Michael Madsen, Mr. Blonde, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill,
Free Willy.
I'm gonna tell you a story. Before it ends. So, Michael Madsen was the biggest, absolutely, actor that I directed. I directed him on the Chicago version of his new documentary that's coming out. I'm gonna be in LA in August. They're gonna premiere it at the Quentin Tarantino theater.
It's called American Badass.
American Badass. Yeah, they turned it into digital, into film, because everything that gets shown at Quentin Tarantino's film theater is film, and so they had to like turn it into film, whatever. So, when I got to direct him, was the pinnacle of my career. To work with someone that worked on Donnie Brasco with Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, someone that growing up in my life I've seen on the big screen. Free Willy was one of my favorite films.
Yeah, that's why I remember him the most.
And you know, it's funny. I had dinner with him. We were talking, right? And Michael, I call him Michael, right? Michael goes, "So, what's your favorite film that I did?" And I said, "Oh man." I look at him and I said, "Free Willy." And you know what he told me?
I'm done, guys.
Hey, listen. He stuck his hand out. And he said, "It's one of my favorite films too." And the reason why, because he's still going to pay for it. I mean, of course. But he said and this is where I'm gonna fuck all you guys up, all the viewers, everybody up. That was a film that showed him as a real dad.
Okay.
As a dad that cared about,
I give him that,
a kid that was his stepson.
He wasn't a badass.
He wasn't a badass.
He wasn't a bad guy.
Yeah, and a lot of people see him in the films, right? I mean, he shot fucking Bruce Willis on Sin City.
Right.
Fucking Donnie Brasco. He's fucking Sonny. He's, fucking Mr. Blonde.
He's always been a bad guy.
Hero. Yeah. I mean, he's always the bad guy, right? But on Free Willy,
he was a father figure.
He was a father figure. And Michael Madsen is one of the best persons I ever met in my life. He is such a warm-hearted soul. A lot of people don't understand that because they never met him. People see what's going on in the media. People see what the networks and all the bullshit that people put out. But I met Michael Madsen, the real Michael Madsen that was a really, really beautiful person. And to this day, Michael's a good friend of mine, and I love him to death. And his acting skills...
It speaks for itself. I mean, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. You know,
so, and that's what a lot of people tell me, like, how is it working with Michael? I'm like, it's Michael Madsen.
He's a person.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what we realized after the fact.
And guess what? He's from Chicago.
Is he really?
He's from the south side of Chicago. And that's the reason why I got to direct his documentary, because his father was a captain of a fire station out in the south side of Chicago on 95th. He was a fire captain. He ran the captain house, the fire station. And they wanted a director from Chicago to direct Michael Madsen from Chicago. And the stuff that I've met and the real shit that I heard and the realness that I heard from Michael Madsen, all that media shit that I heard, all that shit, I don't listen to it because I know who the person that I met that day.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Again, I think we get lost in what we see on television.
The little bit that we see.
Excuse me.
All right.
For me, I'm sorry.
It's Ricola time.
There's that time for that.
Ricola.
Like, so for me, again, kind of like you guys were like, you know, I had that moment, like, oh, I remember watching you on screen. So I had a scene with damn it, I forgot his name. How good am I? With J.K. Simmons.
There we go.
I had a scene with J.K. Simmons, Oscar winner. I remember the minute, the moment I realized that I had a scene with J.K. Simmons, I think I probably yelled at him, like screaming, like, what the fuck? Like, what am I? I'm
going to ask you a question.
What's up?
Like, what was your thought going into that? Sitting down and having that scene with him, when you were looking into his eyes.
Beast. The guy's a beast.
What were you thinking?
Don't fuck up the don't fuck up the lights.
Film.
But I mean,
you know what? I want you to know this, man.
In reality,
listen.
Go ahead.
I tell Enrique, Miguel's a beast, and the reason why I tell you this, bro, is because I've seen a lot of actors come and go. Bro, next time you have a scene with someone like that, fuck them up, bro. And when I say fuck them up, it's bring that shit, because they're gonna respect you even more.
And here's the interesting part, because they see that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what's, and now mind you, he could have been talking shit to me.
Be very disrespectful.
Here's the thing. So, like, again, that was my first time ever out, you know, and then on top of it, you give me an Oscar winner, right?
Wow.
Who I saw, I remember me and John went to go watch Spider-Man 1 and seeing him in I guess the biggest role I ever
Hey, what was he again? What's his name? Can you put a picture, like, right?
J. Jonah Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson.
Enrique's head. Put a picture.
But, so, like, I remember being on the bus, when they were going from base camp to set, and on the radio you hear because the driver has the radio, and you start hearing, oh, we need JK on set, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh shit, like this is actually really fucking happening, you know what I'm saying?
You shit bricks.
And then I get there and I see the guy, and we go through it the first one or two times or whatever, and when I finally broke the ice with him, you know, again, you start to realize that these are people, you know, they're just good at what they do. You know, they're really fucking good at what they do.
They're good at, and you know what, Miguel, you hit that shit right. Listen, I've worked with Michael Madsen. I worked with Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, some of the biggest stars you can name. He was married to Cher's sister. Michael Madsen's sister was a beast. Like, that whole family is a fucking beast. When I worked with him, he was one of the most loyal human beings I ever met. Just awesome person to meet with and talk to. And just, dude, I was in a car, just me and him. We had a whole full-blown conversation. And he was just very humble dude, you know? Just very, he don't care about all that bullshit. You know, he don't care about all that. He cares about, he's human. So what I tell my like you, Enrique, all these fellow actors that look up to me or they say, hey, you know, you're great, or you're good, you're doing good. Fuck them up mentally. That when they see your audition, they go, that dude is on a different level. Because when I do auditions, when they send me auditions for like a national commercial, and I go, dude, that dude just fucked me up. Like that dude this dude's great. Dude, don't be afraid to get naked. Again, I'm gonna say that again. Not naked, fucking naked.
Little,
I'm gonna say, dude,
let
get
it,
fucking
let
naked,
it loose.
bro.
Yeah, you gotta let it loose.
You gotta let it loose.
You gotta go.
And you know what? When you do that, people feel that. When they see film, they feel it, right? When they watch film, people feel emotion. I was just watching an episode with Enrique at his house, and he put on
the Terminal List. I don't know if you guys.
This guy's on it.
Chris Pratt.
But somebody we did that. What's his name?
I forgot his name.
We were in Concrete Rose together. We were all in Concrete Rose.
Oh yeah, Carlos Enrique something. Yeah.
He was on that.
But you see, you watch that, and I got emotional because I know Enrique served in the armed forces. And if something like that happens to him, will break me. And I saw that. And everything that you see on film is emotion, right? That's what people got to give to these people that are casting. You have to give them emotion. And if you don't get naked and you don't get fucking emotional and you don't do what you have to do to really move these casting people, you're not going to fucking get picked.
I think that's the challenge, right? Isn't that the challenge as an actor, right? Because
the challenge for me is for them to remember me. That's what I want, for them to remember me, whether I get the audition or not.
I think that what's interesting about acting, right, which is different, because I just had a stage actress here on Saturday for a podcast.
God bless those people.
And I'm like, man, I said the same thing. God, you guys are on a different fucking level than I am.
Up every night,
dude. But like
every night,
the challenge I feel as an actor for me is to sell this.
Yeah.
Because I can't sell anything else because it's not in frame. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm doing with my hands I have to sell it with my face, with my eyes, or whatever. Like that's the challenge.
Yeah,
it is.
You know, and I agree with you. I think letting go is one of the things. And I had a podcast not too long ago, a few of my friends, and we were talking about that. It's one of the things I have an issue with, is being able to just go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like right now I'm free.
Yeah.
Like I've always said this podcast, I'm so comfortable, it's me. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Doesn't matter. This is the best acting you're going to get out of me right now.
Yeah.
Now, change it up, right? Now you got to grab somebody else's lines and make it feel this way.
Yeah.
Correct.
There's the challenge.
You know, tend to play it safe afterward, like in those types of situations.
That's the thing. I agree with him. You got to take a risk.
You got to fight the urge to play it safe.
I'm going to tell you one thing that Michael Madsen told me, and that really fucked me up in a good way.
Yeah.
And he told me, you know, Raul, you know, always think that you're going to always fucking make it. No matter what. Practice your fucking Oscar speech. Drive that Lamborghini that you want. And he told me, is that your favorite car? I said, yeah. He said, then fucking drive it every fucking morning. Every morning you get up, think about it. Pray on it. Know that you're going to get it one day. But always think and always know that you're going to get there. And that shit fucked me up because I do that shit every day. And for all these artists that are amazing from Chicago, are these people, these young kids that live in these neighborhoods that are tough, like where I grew up. Think about it. Think about it every day that you're gonna make it.
That's right.
And keep moving. And that's what I did every day. I was like, I'm gonna direct. You
know what? I gotta work on that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of times right now, like I'm working on a short film, right? And it's you get to the point where it's like, fuck, am I ever really going to finish this?
Yeah.
Am I ever really going to get this?
It's hard, bro. It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard to stay focused.
Currently in production, you're writing it.
I'm currently starting to film it. And it's like, you know, you start to run
hold on real quick. I saw some of the scenes. Some really good shit.
Oh no, his shit is good. Yeah. I mean, I
really good stuff. He sent me. I was like,
he didn't start like us. He started good.
He started at like
YouTube was more developed.
He started like 5 years after us. Hey, John. I know you saw it. It's pretty good.
Which one? The first one? Or
the scenes.
The last stuff he said. Yeah, good stuff.
I mean, I can't take all the credit. Diego and the guys, they do. They do. Yeah, they do their work. We're working really well together. He helped me rewrite my script. So I wrote the original script, and then he rewrote and added a bunch of stuff to it.
That's how we work. Yeah.
So I mean, I got to give credit where credit is due.
No, absolutely.
But it's moving. It's one of those things where it's like, man, I think my biggest issue is I take on too many hats. And I think I need to stop doing
that.
Welcome
to this world.
I gotta stop. But I feel like it's hard because you can't act. I feel like you can't. It's hard to act and be in charge of a production at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm gonna give you a quick fucking 101. That shit happened to me. That shit happened to all these people that did film. Like, it happens and it sucks.
But it can be done.
Fucking sucks.
It can
Let me tell you something. When I shoot this commercial with like fucking $400,000, $700,000, $800,000 budget, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing when I go back to shoot this fucking short film? Because I'm like, why am I doing this, right? Because I'm taking all these hats. But you know what? Let me tell you something. No one will ever take that shit from you. And let me tell you one thing. No matter how hard that shit is, at the end of the day, when you see that shit flourish in 3, 4, 5 years, I did that shit.
That's one of the things. I know we all have that, right? Like right now, even John.
Have anybody said this? I need to pee.
You can. Hey, there's a bathroom right there. Right there. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. We'll continue this. I think that's one thing that me and John.
It's too much of that Mars liquor.
Right there.
Yeah. Beer.
I will say one thing. I think that's something that we can all kind of agree on, right? Like, this is something that we can be super proud of. Right? Absolutely. I mean, something that we can leave behind. I mean, John's not an actor, but I mean, even with this podcast,
he doesn't know it. He is. He doesn't know
He's the best actor right now.
He's better than us. I'm telling you.
Just there.
He doesn't even know it. I don't even want to look at him.
He is in the fucking moment. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, in reality, I mean, even every scene that we do, every short film we do, whatever, it's something that we can look back and say, you know what, damn, we did that.
Especially, and you always, I'm sure you're the same way. You learn from every single film. I like to steal, right? I'm a thief. I love to steal.
Oh, hell yeah!
How he directs. I love to see how that person acts. I like to steal a little bit of that.
See, John, I told you we steal.
I'm constantly.
I told you steal from the good ones.
That's what we're saying.
Yes. No, even from the bad ones. I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm definitely not gonna do that shit. You know, that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, keep your network tight and keep working, and film is forever. Film is forever.
It's been a ride. It's been right. We're gonna keep dodging questions until
I could tell you guys he was very excited to be here.
He ran.
We were in the store for half an hour trying to get those cigar. I'm not a cigar smoker, so
I will smoke that one.
Right,
we'll smoke.
But
that
he was like, I really need to give this something to them.
Nah, we appreciate that, man. I mean, for a fan, absolutely. And here he comes, coming right back in. Round of applause for him. Here we go. He's back.
About 2 liters lighter.
My hands are washed. My wife tells me to wash my hands all the time. Hey, listen. When I come back to my city, I love my city, man. You know why? I've been to a lot of cities in my life. I've never seen a city that works as hard as you guys. And I love my city because we work hard. We're passionate people. We come from different sides of the park, but we work hard.
Absolutely.
And I get emotional because I'm an emotional ass dude. I've been through so much in my life that I don't give a fuck. I don't care what people say. I'm an emotional person. I love life. I love people that are doing well. And I told Enrique, I said, yo, I want to give them a present because something small, but fuck it. Something that I can, in a couple of years, if I do a feature, I will come back here no matter what. Because
we're going to hold you to that.
I'll hold you to that.
I won't. He will.
I'll be like, man.
John, hey.
He's going to have you put that in writing.
When you direct that Marvel feature,
with John in it.
I'm going to have John I'm fucking just hey, you know what? No, seriously, man, Mega and John, like honestly, I really appreciate you guys, man. I
keep doing this. Keep doing this.
Keep doing this
bringing
shit,
the
man.
same caliber of
you
people
guys,
you guys bring.
You guys have constantly fucking bring people up here that you are constantly promoting, and
Helping.
people don't understand that shit. Like, I get pissed off. I listen, no matter what it is, I'm gonna tell you if you're fucking right or wrong. You guys fucking do so much for people, for talent in this city that people don't fucking do. And people need to understand that shit. Cause I'm real, bro. And I'm gonna say how I feel. I don't hide under these cameras. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Like, you guys open up doors for people to express how they feel. And people need to respect that a little bit more and enjoy that and say, hey, John, thanks, man. And Miguel, thanks. And I've been dying to say that shit on this show. You know why? Because people don't appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are constantly grinding, constantly buying mics, constantly buying fucking tripods, lights, and people don't understand that shit. And I get emotional because I know that you guys work hard for this shit. You work hard for this, John. You work hard for this every day. And motherfuckers just drive by, I'm doing this fucking podcast. Sit your ass down.
Well, we hope they're not doing that.
Listen, sit your ass down and fucking enjoy that someone invited you to a podcast. And I will always represent this podcast. I will always represent you guys. And I've been dying to say this shit because people need to understand that you guys are give that opportunity for people to speak.
And a lot
of people don't have a lot of. Hey, can I have that beer right there?
And it's making us comfortable. I was never comfortable.
My God,
talking
and that's what it was for.
That's
what this was for. When we started this, again, obviously, I didn't know this was going to be like this. Whole, like, I think it kind of went towards the trends of actors and all that because I knew a lot of people, or whatever. Because I gotta
watch more of that.
I gotta watch that first episode though. I gotta find it.
You can't even watch it. You can hear it.
You can hear it. Oh yeah, because they didn't have video. We didn't have cameras yet. We didn't have cameras yet. Cool, but like this was what it was for. It was for people to come out here and give their opinions or whatever they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I watch a lot of podcasts, I watch a lot of shows, and I'm like, I want to have a platform to be able to say that. You know, even though it kind of sucks, as we're all in the business, so like we kind of got to be careful what we say because we're all represented with people. But still, even so, we should be able to express ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you something, man. I am a person, no matter in politics what you fucking believe in, say what you want to say, man. But we're all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had multiple friends that stopped talking to me or you're on the right or on the left. I'm a person that I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck if you like this person or that person. I love you. You're my brother.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
Why can't we think like that? Why can't everybody? You're your own body. You're your own person, and you say, hey, if I like this person, I still love you because you're my friend. Dude. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks to hear people get upset about, well, this person likes this person. I don't like that. It shouldn't even get to that point.
Yeah.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the stupidest thing I've heard in the last couple years when it comes to stuff like that with politics or whatever the fuck, is people saying, oh, I'm going to unfriend you because you're a Trump supporter or whatever. Hey, Miguel, like, who gives a fuck?
I got unfriended because I didn't put somebody in my film.
Really?
Yeah.
That's petty.
Well, multiple times.
That's petty. Like, to me, that has nothing to do with anything.
I'm about to say this shit right now.
Like, it has nothing to do with
Enrique
anything.
knows like 5 of them. And one of them, one of them was like 300 pounds, right? And I told him, listen, I love you. You're a great guy. But what I see you, I don't have a role for you because it's not because you're 300 pounds, because the shoot that we're doing, it's a cop scene. You can't have a fucking 300 pounder running down the fucking street. And now,
I've seen a couple 300 pound cops around
here. Well, not in my film, right? Because it's my film, right? But it's like, hey, this doesn't happen, right? But hey, listen, I love everybody, and that's what I want to tell my city. The people that unfriended me because I didn't cast them or I didn't, and it hurts me. That shit hurts me so much because sometimes I sit back and I go, dude, I love you, man. because I didn't cast you is because
film.
I don't like you.
We're gonna end up putting on the next
and
film.
that hurts me personally, bro, and emotionally because I don't hate you, bro.
You're just not right for the part.
You're just not right for the part.
What's so hard to understand?
So they sit here and they take it so personal and they go, well, I'm gonna defriend you. Hey man, you know what? If that's how you feel, it's fine. But when you see me in person, you're a different person. You're like, hey, what's up, bro? What's up? And you fake, bro. That's some fake shit. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it makes you wonder if they were actually your friend or why they were your friend.
And John, and honestly, and that's how I feel. And I wanted to say this shit on this podcast because I know they're gonna see it. And for them 10 motherfuckers that defriended me or whatever, I don't give a fuck. It's bullshit, and it's like, friend me back. I will love you. I will care for you. I will always look out for you. And if there's a part in my film that I can help you out with, I will do it. I'm not fake, bro. I'm always fucking real. Enrique knows it from day one. I always love people. I always wanted to help people. And the people that unfriended me, man, I hope that you unfriend me back and talk to me, and I can help you out the way I helped out other people in my drawing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Again, this life is too short to be fucking.
Yeah.
Especially when if you're an actor.
Have a zombie doesn't calm your ass
I'm
down.
serious. If you're a fucking actor or whatever, I mean, you should already know how it goes.
Three Floyds need to fucking sponsor this shit.
I mean,
somebody will.
Listen.
No, Three Floyds. This is the beer that I've been promoting in this shit.
Nice. Anyways, I agree with you 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're gonna wind down.
Right on.
Gentlemen, where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Enrique Guzman. I'm on Instagram, Action Actor Guzman. You know, and I'm here. I'm in Chicago. I'm not going anywhere unless I'm filming. You guys keep doing this. You know, I can't wait to come back. And then let's rock with it, man. Don't stop.
Let me know when you're done with Power. We'll talk about that too. Let me know when you're done.
Yeah, that's some real. I got some intel. It's some fucking shit. But hey, listen. Director Raul, Instagram, Raul Colon, on Facebook. If you look up Raul Colon, filmmaker, Chicago, you'll find all my stuff. But yeah, man, you know, for all the actors out there in Chicago land area looking for, you know, something to do, young kids, old people, message me, man. And if you fit the part and it's something that we're doing and Enrique doing, no matter how good you are, how bad you are, I will try to help you out. And that's who we are.
I know.
If you fit the part.
If you fit the part.
If you're fucking 400 pounds running down the street with
literally, if you fit.
If he's looking for 6'6" and you're 5'3", you're not gonna get the part.
That's pretty obvious.
But don't be mad at me, bro. Like, I love you.
Yeah, don't be mad at me.
I'll fucking feed you a cheesecake.
We're trying to get you some lifts.
That's funny.
All right, guys. Hey, before we go, I want to say I appreciate you guys
coming.
Appreciate
you, bro.
Thank you.
Obviously, Enrique for coming again. Raul for the first time. I appreciate you. We're gonna keep in touch, brother.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. The next time you guys will interview me will be on set of a movie that I'm doing.
All right,
I like that idea.
I'm gonna pay to fly you guys out there.
LA?
I mean, wherever it's
we got this recorded, right?
Hey, listen,
camera's still recording.
Listen. The next time I do a podcast is gonna be on set or whatever I do. I want John, I want Miguel, and I want Enrique on this, and we're gonna do it from the set. We're going to show Chicago what it is. I appreciate you, brothers. For real, man. Hey, John, listen, I appreciate you, brother, man. I appreciate you, Miguel, man, for sure.
Thank you, guys. And we're gonna sign out. That's gonna be our show for tonight. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, everything we said is in our opinion, and if you don't agree with it, you can piss off.